Welcome to Promo Look At. These are basically videos that I'm going to be doing for tabletop gaming. So without further ado, let's see what today's promo is. And today's promo is going to be for King of Tokyo. Now, actually for this video, I'm going to be showing you guys two promos. And basically this is from one of the very first promo sets that actually came out for King of Tokyo, which was part of a set of 11 cards, unless you were in France, which they were pretty much given individually at tournaments or at conventions or local game card stores that actually held these kind of games. But for these two, they're actually the discard ones. For the other other 9, they're actually keep cards. So I'll explain those more in that video. But for this video, I'm going to be talking about the army, which I will take it out of its sleeve. And that's actually one of the good things, that these actually fit in standard size card sleeves. And here is a closer look at the army. And you're asking me, what does the army do? Well, the army is a discard card. So if you guys know how to play King of Tokyo or know about it, you will know that when you purchase any type of card that says discard, it automatically kicks into effect. So even if you were to purchase 2 or 3 of them, it doesn't matter. You will play the very first one you chose. So in this case, I'm going to say I chose the army. You automatically pay 2 energy for it. So it's pretty cheap, and it automatically kicks in. So it's an instant effect. And its effect is you gain 1 star. That's good. And suffer 1 damage. That's kind of bad for each card you have. So basically, for what it means for that is basically cards that are keep cards. So if you have maybe 5 keep cards, not counting this one, for those 5 keep cards you get 5 victory points, and you suffer 1 damage. So you lose 5 life points to your monster. But in reality, that's actually pretty good for something that costs 2. And if you're going to use this late game, which I recommend, when you're going to use these guys, you probably will have maybe a little bit more than 5, but late game, you're probably looking at victory. So this is the army, and the next promo that I'm going to be looking at is the amusement park. And that's where I think this promo set actually got their name, from the amusement park promo. Because I guess when people got the pack for these guys, they were all here's a closer view of the amusement park. I guess this guy was in the cover of the promo pack, so I guess people started calling it the amusement park from there. The amusement promo pack set. And what does amusement park do compared to army? Well, it costs 6 energy, so that's actually a lot for its cost. Again, it's also an instant effect, so if you were to purchase these two, I purchased this one and then I bought this one will kick in, and then this one will kick in. This does not stack with this, so that does not work like that. And the only thing it does, it gives you 4 victory points. So compared to Mr. 2, this one's a little bit more expensive. But again, I would recommend to buy these late game. So let's just say late game, you only have 4 life. I would recommend getting this than over this. Because if you had, like I said, the 5, this one won't kill you, but this one will. And you will lose the game even if you got 20 victory points at that point. But you die. So it's either you get the victory points or you die. So I recommend, if you're gonna get these guys, get them late game, or get this guy quickly and make sure you have like at least 2 or 3 and then heal right afterwards. But yeah, but to look at the army, it actually looks pretty cool. That guy has a huge finger though. He's like, yeah, attack them. And you have a lot of choppers, tanks in the back, and airplanes over here with missiles, and they're shooting at the giant monsters. Will they beat Godzilla? I don't know. Well, Godzilla's not in the game, but his fake version is. And the amusement park, I'm sorry to say, that actually, in the background, I know it has eyes up there and has bubbles, but it kind of looks like a fusion of Reggie Steel. Kind of ish. Like a green, if there was like a green version of the legendary rocks, but there isn't. But it kind of looks like Reggie Steel. So you have the little oh my god, I forgot the name of that. The roller coaster cards, and his tongue is basically grabbing them, which kind of say it's like Reggie Steel's arm, and it's just eating them. But yeah, you have a little teddy bear. It doesn't look that great, but it does look like Reggie Steel fused with some green monster, and there's like a 7-Eleven back here, I guess, because it just says a 7. So these are basically the promos for this set. Now, are they still available? Yes. Now, a little history with them. In France, they were actually given out as individual items, so it's not like you were able to get these in a set pack. These were actually given one by one in France. Well, in the beginning, in the States, these were actually given out by conventions, like I said earlier, conventions, tournaments, places that held these board game nights. So they were actually given out through those means, because Yellow, I guess they contacted Yellow sent them the packs, and people got them like that. But these guys also were given out one more time because they became a little bit more rare. And they were given out one more time during the Japan, I believe it was the hurricane that hit them. And in order to make a fundraiser for them, they were actually giving out these promos, I guess in conventions or through the Yellow website. I'm not too sure how that worked, but they were actually giving out these promos, and any money they got, they would send it to Japan, and that helped it with their crisis. So that's actually another good thing about them, how they were released again. But I will mention who wasn't released, because they were actually released, but in a set of 9, like how. So I'm gonna just say minus these 2 guys, but it wasn't these guys. I'll mention them in the video where I talk about the keep cards. But yeah, that was one way you got them, and then eventually later on they just released them all again, and they started giving them out the same way I mentioned it earlier: conventions, local game stores, I guess, tournaments. Probably if you went to Richard Garfield's stand where Yellow was, they probably would have given it to you guys for a certain amount, US dollars. Now, are they still available? Well, actually, I shouldn't say US dollars, because it could have been a Nations Field and it would have been Euro, but they were given out in some type of convention. Now, are they still available? Yes, they are still available. You can see them in eBay. They cost around 20 to 25. Is it worth getting them? I mean, Army's pretty cheap for the point system it does. Amusement Park is pretty pricey, but it is pretty high. But it is decent enough to get. But will they change the game? No, they won't change the game, because the game actually has like 66 cards on the base game, and you're just, if you do get this whole promo set, you basically add 11, so it'll be like up to 77 cards. Is there a chance you might see one of these 11 in a deck of 77? It probably could be a chance you could see them. It does bring a little bit of different variety to the game, but it won't change the game like dramatically. It won't make it like, oh my god, like, yeah, this is awesome. No, it just brings a little spice to it, and if you see it. These guys come out. They're not going to come out every single time you play. They're going to come out maybe yes, maybe no. That's how promos are, especially, like I said, 66 cards. You add these 11, now they're 77. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it with the King of Tokyo cards. Would I recommend them? If you guys want to get them, yeah, sure, go ahead. They're not bad cards. These two are pretty good for their effects, their instant effects, I should say. But there is one thing that is bothersome, because if you guys can see, I do own the second edition to King of Tokyo. Now, there is a problem with these guys because of their back. Their back actually is a different background compared to the second edition. This is actually the background for the first edition. So that's why I use these black sleeves. I normally use clear sleeve, but black sleeves, I kind of use these because there's two problems with when it comes to these guys. And if you know the Halloween expansion, it brings in the costumes, and they have a different background than the second edition. So I don't want people to cheat when I play with them. So if you add cards to them, it's better to add a sleeve you can't tell where the back, what's in the back, because the sleeve, and I have it right here, for the back of the second edition actually looks like this. And that actually could change the game a little bit, and people can probably cheat, like, oh, there's a promo card coming up, or oh, one of the customs is coming up. So that's why I recommend using a black sleeve or something that just covers the back, that it's not clear, where you can see what card is coming up, because it kind of could change the game very bad for you guys. Well, in a cheating way, you can tell. So I wouldn't recommend that, but they are pretty cool. Like I said, the army looks pretty bad, but And the amusement park, which is over here. Again, it looks like a Pokemon's in the background, one of the legendary rocks, but is it worth it? That's up to you. I wouldn't say go crazy and buy them. I mean, they're also available in the Board Game Geek store. No, not the store, by sellers in the Board Game Geek. So people do sell them. Like I said, they're around 20 to 25. It's a little bit expensive, but it's 11 cards you're getting. It's not like you're getting just one card and you're paying like a lot of money for it. So that's really up to you if you want to get these. But I got a special thanks to you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.